Okay. I think I've got this figured out. Ouch. Good start. Excellent start. Hang on. This is very quiet. And also, it's on. Okay, that's fine. Sorry, checking my baby monitor. There we go. That should be fine. Okay. I'm live. We've done it. There's some kind of intelligence to this. I need this. We're going to put this in idle mode. There we go. Very pretty. Yeah, no, that's going to be over there. Okay. That's correct. And that, nope, not that one. This one. There we go. Beautiful. I'm also going to open Scrivener. Hello, hello. You're in a new state. That's cool. Ouch. Very, very cool. Uh-oh. Oh. Scrivener freaking me out. It looked like I had one file selected and the contents of a different file in that file, and I was like, nah, hang on, don't be doing that to me. But we're okay. I have done that before, which is partly why that scared me so bad. It's like, what do you mean? I need answers. Okay, so where did I leave off on 16? I need to fix that. Hello, God King Art. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry to both of you for Friday if you were here. I wish I could fully explain what happened. Okay, my shoulder is still bummed to start with. I don't know what I did to it. I'm going to urgent care tomorrow. This is just completely bonkers at this point. What's going on with my shoulder? Hang on. I need the chat. Can I pop this chat out? I can. Ooh, that's handy. I forgot about that. Things you forget when you haven't done this in a very long time. There we go. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah. I don't know what I've done. I don't know what I have done to my shoulder. It is the most excruciating pain I have ever been in my life. It's been over a week at this point. I cannot seem to get rid of it. I thought I was. Everything looked great. Everything was going fantastic. I was finally able to sleep in my bed because I've been sleeping on the couch because it hurts so bad. I cannot lie down flat with it. I don't know what's going on. No side, no angle, no back, nothing. Everything is just the worst thing ever. And I've been very tired because of it. I even skipped posting a chapter on last Friday, because I was so tired that on Thursday I posted about how I was like, I need a break. I need to go. I need to not post because like when I was writing, when I was writing on Wednesday night, I finished up a couple things after the live stream, I think, and I was passing out at my table. And I think my chapter suffered a little bit from that. Like, there was definitely, I was not able to grasp, and I was like, I know what I want to write in this chapter, and I cannot seem to think. And I was like, all right, this is starting to affect my writing, and I need to get an early start on the weekend. So then I was like, I'm going to take a break for just a minute because I'm going to be sitting in this chair for quite some time writing. And I want to go into it as fresh as possible. Tried to do that. It's at the point, I have tried that. It is like every single angle, every single thing I've tried, it hurts. The only thing that doesn't hurt as much is if I am sleeping like kind of leaning up. So which is why I've been sleeping on the couch. We have a reclining couch, so I recline it part way, and then I sleep sitting somewhat up. And I feel like it's because the gravity is pulling down on my arm, whereas if I'm lying flat, I think because my shoulder hurts, it's causing my shoulder to bunch up, and that's definitely not helping. So I don't know what I did. I was really excited because for the last 2 days, finally, things were looking up. The pain was going away, and then this morning I went to Target with Lorelai, was pushing the cart around, and apparently that was an insult to the universe. And yeah, my shoulder's dead to me. So I'm in a lot of pain. A lot of pain. I got a new pillow because I'm trying to figure out what's caused this, and I think, unfortunately, there are too many variables for me to say exactly what is causing this. Number one, I have terrible posture. I know I have terrible posture. Part of it is because I have scoliosis. And I have always just, everything I do is crooked. Like, I sit crooked, I sleep crooked, I lie down crooked, everything I do is crooked. And that's what brings me comfort. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm supposed to be doing that. And I'm like 34 now. So at some point, that was all going to catch up to me. I realize that. This is idling, by the way, the game that you are seeing. This is idling. It's catching fish in the background. And I was thinking about starting a new game for this. I'm like some ways into this game. But I might do. You know what? Let's do that because I'm not terribly caught up on playing this, you know, super deeply. Oh, I like this character. Let's change the pupper. Is that a corgi? Oh, I think it's a corgi. Oh, we might have to do the corgi. I love the Maine Coon. Look at the Maine. That's not a Maine Coon. Whatever cat that is, I love it. But I think I might have to go with the corgi. Right? Like, look at him. Nope. Yep, it's just that one. Okay. Corgi. Look at him. It's a corgi. It's Tucker. There's only one corgi in the entire world to me. Have y'all ever seen the movie Mrs. Murphy? Ah, my baby, look at him. Ah, Tucker. Look at her. Tucker's a girl. All right, have y'all ever seen the movie Murder, She, Purred, a Mrs. Murphy Mystery? It is, I believe it was made by a Canadian company. But the author is Rita. So it's based off of a book series, roughly by the same name. It's like the murder. It's obviously the title is a play off of Murder She Wrote. All of the books have different names, but they're all a Mrs. Murphy mystery. I have to play this part by myself. The Mrs. Murphy books are amazing. They're cozy mystery books. Although I think genuinely, she is one of the best cozy authors I have ever experienced. She's also one of the most fascinating authors. How do you even remember that name? What, Murder, She, Purred, a Mrs. Murphy Mystery? Bro, I'll never forget that movie. Oh, it's the best movie. If you have a chance to watch Murder, She, Purred, a Mrs. Murphy Mystery, like, please. It's the best thing ever. But the books are even better. The author is Rita Mae Brown. She is a fascinating person. She is one of the most interesting authors you will ever read about. She is she stood for women's rights. She stood for LGBT rights. She lived on a commune for a little while, I think, at one point, and then decided that was just not the life for her, and then went to go live with her cats in a small town in, I think, Virginia, and that's where I believe that's where the Mrs. Murphy mysteries are set. And so when she writes about a small town and the people in the small town, you get the distinct impression that you are reading someone who genuinely understands. And not just that, but she knows people very well. The types of characters she writes are so complex. There were so many times when I sat down after reading that book, like just one of her books. The first one is Wishing You Were Here, I think. The first one's called Wishing You Were Here. It's a play off of like those postcards that you would get, and that's actually a point in the story. That's what's called that. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. The woman is so good at writing small town anything. And the characters, again, you will be so floored at how complex these characters are. She will present them one way, and throughout the rest of the book will blow your mind on these characters, because you'll be like, okay, I understand that this character is this type of character. And then at the end of the book, you're like, the characters I thought I was going to hate, I now love ardently. I thought, so she's this one character who is like a Bible thumping religious woman. And I thought that that was going to be she was going to be presented as an antagonist type of character because of how she was presented at the very beginning of the book. By the end of the book, Mrs. Hagendauber, one of my favorite characters. I adore her. I would die for her. I thought she was going to be awful. Nope. Not a chance. Best woman ever. Oh yeah, he's talking to me. The whole shebang. Holler if you need a hand or a good story. I got both in spades. So, right. Anyways, that was a tangent and a half. It's a cozy mystery series, and you often see things through the eyes of Mrs. Murphy and Tucker. Mrs. Murphy is a cat, and Tucker is a corgi. I love Tucker. Would die for Tucker. Tucker in the movie Mrs. Murphy, Murder She Heard, a Mrs. Murphy mystery. Tucker, they made him a boy. the, I mean, okay. He's hilarious, honestly. I can't hate the movie. The movie is amazing. You just can't hate the movie. All right, let's go ahead and idle this. Okay, I thought I heard Mama. But anyways, you can see how well I've read these books for. In and out. I have read these books for a very long time. The third one, which is it starts with an M, is somewhere in this room. Oh, it's in my bag. But anyways, that doesn't matter. I'm not going to read it to you. It's called. Nope, it's gone. I will remember it randomly in the middle of the stream. But I have it in my bag. I bought it used. The back cover fell off. I was just holding it and I just felt, and it just slid off. And I was like, no. So I put tape on it and then thought I was in the clear. The bottom half of the page broke off now. It's crooked. So like there's still tape attached to part of the back cover, but part of it ripped off again. And I was like, because it's a very old book. So it's not doing very well. That particular copy. So trying to hang out. We like to go to a used bookstore because I don't know if y'all have noticed, the cost of books has gone up substantially. Books are a luxury item. Brand new books are a luxury item right now. I used to just go to the bookstore and just be like, yes, I would like this book. It's $9.99, $5.99 for mass market paperbacks sometimes. That's not the case anymore. Mass market paperbacks are now like $12. And that started to feel cheap, which is scary. Most paperback books are like $30. So a lot of these paperback books are getting up to like $30. They're the same cost as the hardcovers. That's even, at first I thought, well, yeah, we're doing a whole lot of sprayed edges right now. I don't know why. That's probably bumping the cost of these books up. Some of them don't even have sprayed edges. They're not even, there's nothing fancy about these paperback books. They're just $30. And I'm like, I love books. I love books. This is weird. I don't like this. I will say, I got this. Where'd you go? Oh, I dropped it. Okay, I can't get it now. I got yes, it is a movie from 1998. Jesus, I was 7. I was 7 when I first saw it. Okay, yeah, it's from 1998. Oh, wow. Good Lord. So you can imagine those books already existed by then. So these books have been around for a while. I genuinely think she's one of the most interesting authors I've ever read, and that her characters are varied to the point where you have, like, they feel like people. The movie is it played on Disney Channel, so the movie is not going to quite capture the plot. It's funny that they called it that because I believe, no, I think it does have oh, you found it on YouTube. Yes. Watch it. Oh my gosh. That is one of my favorite childhood movies. I love that movie so much. That and What's Under the Bed? Is that what it's called? Nope. Hang on. Disney Channel movie Under the Bed? Yes? Don't look under the bed. That movie. If that doesn't explain how weird I am. Ooh, someone posted on my wall. Why? Oh, oh, it's because I put a book in my. There's a very interesting meta to Inkitt. I've noticed like some people, I put their book in my reading list and they will post to my wall, thank you for. No, you, you can't. But it's such a cool. The plot is so cool. The plot is so cool. It's such a interesting plot. It's gonna have some serious twists and turns. I love that book. I love that movie even. You know what? I'm gonna have to recommend the movie, specifically the movie, to my cousin. I have a 13-year-old cousin, and she loves the Warrior Cats books. The movie would be fantastic for her. The books are definitely not Disney Channel books, which I found out. I was very young when I went and found the first book, and I was reading it, and I was like, I don't think I should be reading this. And then I was like, yeah. And I read it anyway. It was just some mature discussions and concepts and themes that I could tell were not young adult, or even middle grade or anything like that. And I was like, it's fine. And I read it. Probably was. I don't I have to go back and read it through the lens of someone possibly recommending it to a 13-year-old. But the movie, phenomenal. Good movie. Highly recommend. And the book. Well, that was a tangent and a half. Uh, this game, by the way, that's playing is called Cast and Chill. Also highly recommend. It is beautiful. Look at it. Bask in it. Is that not gorgeous? I could not get it sized correctly for the stream. Just realized I have to sit all the way back in this chair. So if I seem like I'm leaning away, it is because of my shoulder. If I lean back all the way, if I keep my back attached to the back of this chair, I am mostly okay. So forgive me if I seem like I'm like leaning away or something. Um, that is me. That is me trying to make it so that my shoulder lasts through the live stream. But yeah, so this game is called Cast and Chill. It is half idler, half not. If you don't want it to be an idler, you could play it yourself. Fish that you catch yourself sell for like right now I'm getting 5 gold for these fish. I think I would get like 12 if I caught them myself. So you earn significantly more if you play the game yourself. When it becomes an idler, you earn significantly less, which I think was a very smart move. But it's so pretty. Look at it. It's so stinking pretty. I highly recommend this. It's so pretty. There's a DLC for it that's like autumn. I bought the heck out of that. I'm in a weird stage of life, you know? Oh, did I talk about some of the games that I got? Black Grimoire, Cursebreaker? I think I did. I talked about all that stuff. Yeah, I talked about that 2 streams ago. Um, yeah. I'm in a weird stage of my life where different types of games are attracting me, partly because I'm writing a whole lot. Um, I end up valuing stuff like this. My brain is shot. I've got brain rot. I have to have like multiple things going. I've got this on the right. It just it helps helps me focus, helps me be productive. So now I have things like this, the tiny aquarium. I'm leaning into it. If only. No, it's because I'm trying not to die. Um, but yeah, it's been oh, speaking of books that I recommend. So I have never ever been one to shop in the Christian fiction section. No particular reason. I just never have. I think I just assumed that it would be really over the top, like very preachy at me. When I was at the used bookstore the other day, a book I walked through the Christian fiction section just because I was very curious, and man, oh, I've been really into like Regency stuff since reading Jane Austen, but finding good Regency stuff is really hard, and I'm not always down for smut, especially after reading Jane Austen. She really ruined me on romance a little bit. My my tolerance for romance dropped. But I found this. This is not Regency. This is called Honor's Pledge. It's by Kristen Heitzman. It is her first series, which is a shame because I think because of that, it's not on Kindle, and I have had to hunt down the physical copies of this book series, which is upsetting to me because it does not exist digitally. I don't know why. It's so cute. I love it, and I don't like westerns. Westerns are not typically my thing, but for some reason, I love this cover. I know we're not supposed to judge a book by the cover. I don't know if you can see this. This is probably really tiny on your screen. Anyways, it's so pretty. And then I was like, oh, I kind of like the way this looks. And I popped it open. It is very dated. When was it published? 1998. Apparently that was my year. I was 7. Copyright 1998. There are some very interesting things that she put in the beginning of it, which I do think I can see why, because this is a historical novel, and so she chose to reference parts of the history around that time. Oh, thank you very much. My glass, I can't remember. I think my glasses were broken last time, but I did finally get new glasses. And I was originally going to get the same type of blocky glasses that I had last time, but I think my face changed because when I looked in the mirror at them, I went, huh, I don't think I look very good in blocky glasses anymore. So I went with wire or whatever type of glasses these are, much thinner frame than I am used to wearing, but they were the ones that I liked the best, and same with Brent, he agreed. But thank you very much. Anyways, I like it very much for the most part. I don't know. I'm in a very weird phase of my life right now. My interests are very strange for me. They're not the same as what they were when I was much younger, and I don't even know what they are anymore. Every time I'm like, yeah, this is straight up my alley, and I start reading it, and I'm like, no, it's not. And I don't finish it. I thought I liked Fourth Wing, and then the ending pissed me off. I have very strong feelings about Fourth Wing. I was able to suspend a lot of issues with the book throughout it because much of what was carrying me was very good. But man, I feel like that book started getting real weak toward the end, and I started getting frustrated, and then I hit the ending, and I was so mad. I was so mad. I wish I could talk about it. I don't think I can because there would be spoilers because it is the ending specifically that I have a problem with. But my God, I have such a problem with Fourth Wing. Such a problem with the ending. It's so out of character to me, and it does not make sense to the world building. It simply does not. Riley's still not asleep. Lorelai is, but Riley's very awake. So I will probably get interrupted at some point. I have a scene change that you could see me. You can see here. It doesn't stop the audio, but I feel like that was a nicer method, if that makes sense, to transition to a be right back. Brent is upstairs. Evening is our like hobby times. I stay downstairs just because it makes more sense. I think so. Yeah, that's a really good way to put it. I'm mellowing out and I want more cozy and less dark stuff. I think so. I'm super not into dark stuff. I cannot handle dark anymore, especially after the kids. Like, I think I was already on my way here, and like, like my tolerance level was like up here and kind of dipping, and then I had kids and it tanked. My tolerance level for darkness, I have to have basically already watched it. It like stuff like Friday the 13th or Halloween, I can watch that. Because I've already seen it, and so I think I have a comfort level with it, if that makes sense, nostalgia. But anything else, my tolerance level for it has just dropped. Except for true crime. I'm convinced there's a weird thing that happens to a lot of women at at this age, because this is not like a unique thing for me to be like, ah, true crime. Yes, I must learn about the serial killers. Like there's just something you hit 30 as a woman in this like very average bracket and you're just like true crime. And some men, of course. But I mean like it's a thing with like, you know, women in my age bracket, you just like I must learn about all of the serial killers now. So, I mean, I started that earlier, but like, whew, it just kicks back in. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just like the mom part of me that's like, I need to know about dangers in this world. I don't know. It's really weird. A while back, I picked up a book that I thought I would like because it looked creepy, and I still like horror. It's very, very difficult for me to define what horror I'm okay with. I don't ask because I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. I think it has to be like B horror. If it's B horror, I'm almost always good with it, unless it has copious amounts of nudity and sex. I can't watch that. It just drives me up a wall. But except for Friday the 13th. Something about Friday the 13th. But with this book that I picked up, it was off of Amazon, it was on Kindle Unlimited, and it was about clowns. And for some reason, I was in the mood for like a horror with clowns. I thought that would be interesting. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, I could kind of read that. I feel like that would be a fun read for Halloween. Oh, oh my God. Did you guys know that there is a book genre called splatterpunk? It is exactly what you think it is. It's probably worse than what you think it is. I got 3 chapters in and I I shut down. I closed that, put it back to Kindle Unlimited. You take this away from me and I was like, I'm going to have nightmares for months. Oh my God. Yeah, see? See? You know it. It's something weird, something bizarre. It's like a virus. It's just we all just wake up one day and we're like true crime. I need all the podcasts. But yeah, I don't know what it is. Yeah, so splatterpunk. Very weird. Very weird. I would it's one of those things where if you know what it is and you have read it and you can read it, recommend it to you. If you don't know what it is, I don't know. Don't be careful. Don't. It might be up your alley. Probably not. It was so detailed. I was not expecting that level of detail about some really horrific acts. Like, okay, it made true crime look tame. Y'all, nah, you're fine. Don't worry about it. I don't take offense to age stuff. You're cool. Don't worry. Um, age, age is like leveling up. I'm quite proud to be where I am. Quite happy, quite proud to be 34. Sometimes confused. Where did I saw a picture of me as a teenager the other day and I was like, "Boy, she looks like a baby. She looks like a baby. Where did that come from?" Shoo. I look so different. I look so itty bitty. Also, I could just feel the cringe radiating off of baby me. Hello, Lord Magma. Welcome. You've missed book talk. We've talked about books pretty much the whole time. You're fine. I think I remember you telling me that. I think I remember we mentioned ages once. But yeah, I basically talked about the greatest movie of all time, which was Murder She Purred, a Mrs. Murphy mystery, which I have also, God King R pointed out, was released in 1998, which just makes me feel old because I was 7. But, and then I talked about, I went to a used bookstore. Oh, I did sound like a bit, God, sometimes those older videos show up and I'm like, oh my God, look at the wee baby. Look at me, I was so itty bitty. So itty bitty. So dumb. So cringe. Oh, the cringe. But yeah, I picked up this beautiful book, which does not exist digitally. Bought the other. I looked it up because I was like, oh, this is a series, and they didn't have the other books of this at the bookstore when I was looking in the section. It's a Western, and of course I went to Kindle, and I was like, well, I could read them on Kindle. She has almost the author excuse me, has almost all of her other books on Kindle Unlimited. Not this one. It's not on Kindle. I'm so upset. It's not even just regular Kindle. And so I went on eBay, or I looked up the other books and then discovered that it just follows her entire life, and I was like, that is exactly what I want right now. I want that so bad. Like, her child is on the cover of one of them, spoiler. And then I was like, and then I think she's old. She looks old in the last book, and I was like, booyah, sign me up. I'm in. Sign me up. Get me on the carriage, give me a horse, I'm in. And I bought them all off of eBay. So they were all $5. So I'm not even that mad. Hopefully they come intact. But the seller had extremely high ratings. I'm talking 900,000 ratings. They sell used books. So excellent. But yeah, that's basically it. We talked about the Mrs. Murphy mystery book series, which I violently recommend with a passion. They're by Rita Mae Brown, which is one of the coolest authors you will ever read about. She's just such an interesting person. And I think she is probably one of the best authors I have ever read to write complex characters. Genuinely. I think I've talked about this before, but like in one of the books I read, there is a character that she mentions because the main character works at a post office. And I almost don't, no, you know what? I'm not even going to spoil it. I want you guys to read the book. You'll see. He's not a main character. He is a side character. For a huge portion of the book, he is presented as just a person in this small town who's polite, does his job, very reliable, comes across as a good person. Then a bomb is dropped on you about him, and it is a throwaway thought by the main character who goes, yeah, I just wish he wasn't this. And you're like, so there's like a lot of that where she has she's very good at writing characters who are not perfect. And again, like I said, one of my favorite characters, I was convinced was supposed to be a character you're not supposed to like at the beginning of the book. She makes an appearance in future books. I'm so happy about that. She's a main side character, and I love her. Would die for her. Would die for Mrs. Hagendauber. 100%. Also, who doesn't want to say Mrs. Hagendauber? What a fun name. I love Mrs. Hagendauber. But yeah, I think Rita Mae Brown is one of, like, seriously, sometimes she would say things, like, things would happen in the book, and it was one of those books. I would close it and just sit there and be like, what? I have so much to think about. Hello, Chest High Wall. Hi, I'm sorry. I know. I have too many things to juggle. Discord is at the extreme back of my mind every day. I barely remember it, like, even once a week. I'm sorry. Excuse me. But I am here. We are doing our biannual live stream by the grace of God. With a relationship, each movie is 10 years apart and about... Ooh, is there? That sounds amazing. I would not be averse to that. I would not be averse to watching something like that. I don't have my timer set for... I don't have timers in this game. I do also have to check and see how much money this character has made. He's been catching 3 fish at a time because we started a new game. Because I'm just fine with that. But yes, I highly recommend. I'm just at a stage of my life where I just kind of... I need low stress. I just want to be cozy. Oh yeah, we talked about when I accidentally discovered splatterpunk. Ah, I'm glad you got here too. I saw you and I was like, oh my god, I haven't been on Discord in ages. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I've discovered splatterpunk. Do not recommend. I mean, unless you already know what it is and you like it. If you don't, do not recommend. It is exactly what you think it is, and also worse than what you think it is. Yes, this is Cast and Chill. I love this game. It is so pretty, and it's so perfect for this type of live stream too. Because we do writing. Oh, you're sweet. I didn't even notice that. That is so kind of you. Thank you. We're gonna check. Let's see. Ah, wow, 177. Hello, sir. Back from the wilds, eh? Thought maybe a bear'd adopted you. Good to see your mug again. The lake's been asking about you. Appreciate it, bud. You here for worms or winning? 'Cause I'll tell you, this year's monster walleye trophy is still up for grabs. Ain't nobody broke the record yet. 19 pounds. Last year it was little Evie Jean that broke the crown. Brought the crown? I didn't even notice. Surprised everyone, too. Tiny gal with a busted boat motor and a cooler full of snacks. Hauled in a beast like it was nothing. Rules are simple. Any rod and lure, no cheats. You land a walleye heavier than Evie Jean's and that trophy's yours, along with a year's worth of bragging rights. Little tip for you, ain't no point trying to wrangle a beast like that with poor gear. Thanks, old man. Thanks, Lake. Does he have a name? The Before trilogy. I will definitely have to look that up. Thanks a heap. You're welcome. If you give him enough tips, he gets you stuff, so it's worth it. We should get that. And, oh, do I already have that? No, I don't. Oh, I need a bigger rod. Okay. We should get this, and then we need upgrades for these as well. Okay, and we're out of money. Wait. No, we're out of money. Okay, so we have lots to get. We have lots to upgrade. Hello, Ephraim. Welcome. Yeah, we have lots to get. I haven't even gotten this in the other save that I had. And then we have obviously all of this. Grabbing a fishing license lets you unlock new waters to fish, because the best lunkers don't hang out by the dock. Also, if we're talking about, I didn't get to this one yet and I want to. If we are going to talk about really good old movies, one of my all-time favorite movies, more than anything in the world, is a movie called Fly Away Home. Also Canadian. Now that I think about it. Fly Away Home. Best movie you will ever watch in your entire life. When I need comfort, I watch that movie. You will cry. 5 minutes in, you will cry. Hard. It will hurt. You will cry. I'm just saying it now. It hits you hard and fast. It is such a good movie. Oh my God, it's such a good movie. It made me love geese. I can't hate geese. Geese are my favorite bird. I love geese. But yeah, Murder, She Purred, and Mrs. Murphy Mystery, Fly Away Home. Fantastic movies. You can tell I have kids. All I watch is like vaguely child okay movies. Mostly child okay movies, I should say. Mrs. Murphy has murder in it, so that won't be for my kids until they're much older. But we watched Fly Away Home, and even that was a little risky because there's like a park ranger who does some like slightly illegal, mostly legal stuff, and Riley was wigging out about it. He's like, I'm gonna get that guy. I'm gonna get my police, and I'm gonna get him. Riley's super into police right now. He's like, the police will save them. The police will save them. All right. Anyways, we should probably do some work. It's about 9. Been going for 30 minutes, just chilling and chatting, talking about books. Recommending books, not recommending not books. Yeah. Saying don't read certain things. Yep. But yeah, so I recently released chapter 19. Actually, yeah, I had to take a break last week from posting. I hit the weekend early because I was like, oh man, my writing is taking a hit. So I actually had to stop. I skipped Friday. My cousin got mad at me. Excuse me. I saw her today when I was picking up my son. She was like, I have a bone to pick with you. And I was like, what'd I do? And she was like, where's the next chapter? And my mom is reading it. It's real sweet. So I have a lot of really cool people that I love that are reading it, which makes me feel really good. Yeah. Also really self-conscious, but then I just try not to think about it, and then I just write. As long as I don't think about it too much, we're good. Because people I know that are reading it, a lot of people I know are reading it. I've been debating over whether or not I wanted to write explicit scenes, like smut. And I could not decide because I know, especially on Inkitt, but just in general, smut sells really well. But then I was like, is that the only reason that I want to write it? Is because readers are going to expect it or want it? And then I was like stuck in that hole. Like, do I want to write that? Am I comfortable writing that? Like, I know I can. Not that I assume I can. But I was like, do I really want to write smut? And then the more I'm writing this, I'm 19 chapters in. No one's even hugged. This is slow burn. I write slow burn. What would my mother think? That's the other thing. Now that my mom's reading it, I don't think I can write smut. I have to warn her. I have to be like, Mom, you gonna want to skip this chapter? Don't read it. If you do read it, don't tell me you read it. Okay? I don't want to know. But I don't think I'm going to. I don't think it suits the tone of the book. I don't think it fits at all. And I think I'm just at a point in my life where I'm not. I should say I'm at a phase of my life where I don't want to write it. So there's a novel idea. I don't think I've ever heard anyone come to that conclusion. Smut sells. I know, really. Romance, one of the highest selling book genres there is. Actually, hang on. Let's see if I can. I need to increase back already. Fish must be jumping in the boat. Well, the problem is my boat doesn't have any room. So we're going to really quickly spend a couple dollary dues to increase our thingamajiggy. Family and friends version and the hot stuff version. Thought about that. There's that too. I could do that. I could lock. But then I would feel really bad because a lot of people read romance for the smut. So I would feel kind of bad taking something like that and locking that behind like a paywall version or something. Because I do plan to, like I talked about this last time, where I plan eventually, if I can find the time, to release an extras alongside this and put that behind a paywall, because I figured if someone wanted the extras, they're there. If they don't want the extras, they have the full book. The whole ending will be released within this free version of the book. That nothing that is required for the story. Excuse me. I'm gonna probably regret that. Nothing that is required for the story will ever be put behind a paywall. So it would all just be completely extra stuff if you enjoyed it. Oh, I think he passed out. I think he's out. Anyways, what am I going to name this one? Huh? Monday. I know exactly how I'm going to start this, too. Yes. 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 Okay. Oh God, Mondays. That's what we're calling this one. It's called Oh God, Mondays. Oh, just 2 free versions? I could do that. I could also just put like the smut versions in like a separate, I don't know. I think I just don't want to write it is the big one. You know what I mean? I think I just don't want to write it. I'm like, I think I'm out of that phase of my life for now. Phases change. I think I'm just, Jane Austen messed me up, man. I read some Jane Austen and everything changed. Like, read Pride and Prejudice and was just like, oh, hey, Syphonia, welcome. We're supposed to be writing. This is a writing live stream. Tiny update. I'm writing a book. I'm posting it as serial fiction. Again, this is not a horror book this time. It's a romance story that I've decided will be clean. No smut. We'll see how the internet appreciates that on Inkitt. Oh yeah, I have 4 reviews on it now. I'll show you guys real quick. Yeah. Let's do manage. Wait, I gotta remember. Hang on, let me get to it. Oh, I can show you guys my analytics. I have 23 followers. I have 40,000 words published. Every chapter is about 2,500 words. Yep, TOS safe stuff. Yep, pretty much. What happened? I already forgot. After the date. No, no. Ironically, today is Monday, isn't it? No, I don't. The chapter takes place on a Monday. I have to remember. Oh, did I? Yeah. September 7th. Oh gosh. I need to create a calendar. Aw, biscuits. I need to create a calendar. Hang on, real quick. Hang on. Excuse me, while I've got this in my head. Okay, we're going to try to change the icon to a calendar. We have a character sketch and a setting sketch. Do I have... I have Excel. Hang on. I don't know what's in this. Okay, yeah, hang on. Some of this is related to my old work that I did. Let me set this up real quick. Can I make... Any year custom calendar? Booyah! Give me that sucker. Alright, there we go. This is fine. So, Shoosty. The year is... The year is not mentioned in the story. Really strange self-published stuff. Yep. We fishing? Yes, we are. Today is a very cozy fishing game. Also, I realized I needed to make a calendar. Booyah. Okay, this takes place in September. And I know this. Start date of the week. Hang on. Where's my... Oh, here it is. Start date of the week. When did... Okay, so October started on a Wednesday. Oop, August started... No, September actually started on a Monday. Wow! September 1st was a Monday. Oh, hot diggity. No worries. See you soon. Okay, so the reason I'm doing this is because I need to keep track of dates. Because this is taking place in the modern world. And dates are a thing. So, now... I think... When was the full moon? I think it was the 7th. This is important. It's a werewolf story. Werewolf. Oh my gosh. Wasn't there... I swear... Hang on. Let me turn this off real quick. Do I have a calendar on here? Does it show the moon phases? Can you please show me the phases of the moon? I know that's like not generally important, but no. Okay. Alright. Calendar with... Bro. I'm writing a thing with werewolves. I have to know phases of the moon. I wish every month started on a Monday. It would feel so nice if it did. Moon phases. No, that's 2024. I need 2025. Can I please... Moon phase calendar 2025. Okay. I just want something I can look at. That was March. Cool. Not helpful. Some of these are really complicated. I don't know why. Oh, I think today is actually a full moon. Bro, can I see what today's date is? No, I think it's tomorrow. Tomorrow is the full... Yeah. Today is 99.9% full moon. It's supposed to be a autumn moon, I think. So, if I remember correctly... Lunation. What the flip is a lunation? Okay. And the only reason I'm doing this is because then it doesn't matter that it follows the calendar so accurately, but if I do, then I have a reference guide, if that makes sense. So it helps my brain. It helps me keep track of things that don't necessarily matter, but also so that I'm not accidentally like, yes, the full moon was on September 7th. On September 9th, it was a new moon. So, it keeps me from making those kinds of mistakes. Here we go. This is what I wanted. Ah, beautiful. It looks just like a calendar instead of being a really weird, like, lunation. Phases of the moon. It is a gibbous moon on March 25th. I won't show you the other days, they don't matter. I don't know what that accent was. Anyways, so yes, September. Yes, okay. It was, I beg your pardon, it was a lunar eclipse. I feel like I would have heard about that if September 7th, 2025 was a lunar eclipse. Surely. Is this accurate? I know it was a full moon. Whatever. Not important. September the 7th was a Sunday, and it was a full moon. Here's the problem. They had the bonfire on Saturday. Okay. So, that means choose the start day. Start date of the week is 7. What? Okay. Any day can be a full moon day if there's a second moon. I have a section in my book where it's very early on. The main character leaves to go pick up her daughter from school, her daughter being 5, and she leaves her 2 sons in the car, and they're being watched over by an FBI agent. And when she comes back to the car, or actually, no, I think the FBI agent goes with her. She comes back to the car. They're being followed by reporters, paparazzi, kind of. And, oh, thank you. Have a wonderful evening, my friend. Go rest. Oh yeah, so she comes back to the car and the reporters all look super mad. And she's like, what happened? And one of her sons is like, they wanted a full moon. They got a full moon, and she's like, "Oh my God, what did you do?" And he's like, "I mooned him." And she's like, "You did not. Oh my God, you're lucky today's weird, or you'd be in so much trouble." And then her 5-year-old's like, "What's a mooning?" And her brother immediately is like, "I showed him my butt." And she's like, "I want to put my butt out the window." And the mom's like, "No more butts." It's one of my favorite interactions that I've written. Anyways. I'll come back to this calendar thing. The other thing that I was talking about, my analytics. I've been doing pretty good. Obviously, I missed this Friday. That was the day that I did not post. We have 154 reading lists, 33 story likes. Here's my reactions that tend to come in. Oh, wow. I'm at 152,000 reads. It stalled a little bit here. You can see the big leaps that were going up, but then it stalls right around here because that was when I stopped posting for that Friday. So the weekend was quite long, so the jump was quite small. 1,000, well, compared to like this jump, it went from 1192 to 1330 and then up to 1520. So it's going back up today. Anyways, here we go. I have my writing. We'll turn this off so that y'all can enjoy a beautiful pixel art game. How many fish does he have? I was gonna see how much fish he has. Oh no, he's just starting. He's got plenty of time. Let me pull up the chat so that I can see it. There we go. Okay, so I have my timer. If y'all have anything to work on, anything to play, we're going to go 10 minutes. That should be good. And then I will pause it we'll take a little break and chat again. So this one's called Oh God Mondays. I think Riley's asleep. Put this here. Hello? Okay. No. Hang on. There we go. 5 minute break. The only thing about this setup is that obviously you guys don't get to see the timer. But here we are. Oh dear. How you guys doing? I think I'm doing fairly decent. Oh wait, actually. Ooh, $174 dues. Let's really quickly pop in. We can get some upgrades. Well, I'll be back in the land of leeches and lunkers, are ya? Don't just stand there like a stunned perch. Grab a coffee and tell me what trouble you've been into. Not the same voice I had before. Can't get the gravel back. Don't know where it went. Let me move the... Oh, the beeps? What beeps? Oh, the from my monitor or my timer. That's crazy. I have it fairly far away. Is it too loud? I hope it's not too loud. I don't want it to... Hello, Derek. Welcome. Let's do... We need to max out that storage. Pronto. We also need to upgrade the line length. And I have another one of these. We do also have this. And I think that's it. So we've got 2 rods. We have increased rod strength. We have increased line strength. We have maxed out storage on the pond paddler, which has no gas. So it goes kind of slow. But I think we're doing okay. The way these work is that this is for like... Oh, awesome. Okay, good. This is for large and extra large fish. So the big crankbait. Best for brown trout, but not necessarily exclusively for brown trout. Let's see, like this is also for brown... Wait, I was looking at the wrong one. This is for walleye. And this will be really useful for when I have upgraded rods, because then we can catch the mysterious walleye. We'll give him a tip. Real nice of you. There we go. That was better. That was better. Okay. Excelente. Oh, look how pretty this is. Seriously, it's so pretty. I am doing surprisingly well. I'm quite pleased with this. This is how much I've got so far. We're at 561 words after my first 10 minutes. So we're on a roll. It's a Monday. It's the first day of school for the kids. I did not ever mention that she filled out like paperwork or called stuff, but I think I mentioned that the FBI agent helped her get her kids enrolled at the new school. Doesn't matter. We're not even going to talk about it in the book. They're enrolled at school. That's all we need to know. We're just going to go right on past that. It's pure chaos at this point. We have just, you know, them trying to get ready for school. Here, put that. No, we'll keep it cap. No, we'll stop it right there. That makes sense. Wait, nope, not backpack. Jacket. Just looking for her jacket. And then I think this is pretty good. I like this. I was going to tear out all my hair and eat it like a sandwich. I thought I heard something. Yep, Riley's out cold. He didn't put his Tony box back on. Okay, I think we're doing pretty good. I feel like I'm on a good roll. Oh yeah, no, it's super cool. It's an idle. It's both an idler and not an idler. I can actually take control of it at any time and do the fishing myself. And any fish that you catch yourself will sell for way more than it will when it's in idle mode. So that's a nice thing. We'll turn that off so that we have something fun happening that's very pretty. And when we start unlocking other locations, oh, they're all so ridiculously pretty. They're all so pretty. We have a corgi in our boat right now. We can actually change our pet at any time, and we can also pet our pet. So, very necessary. But we have a corgi. Her name is Tucker. in honor of Mrs. Murphy. A Murder She Purred, Mrs. Murphy Mystery. That's the name of the movie. Does Riley start? He's in like preschool right now. He currently goes to school at our church. Next year he will go into pre-K, depending on where I want him to go. He might continue at church. I'm not sure. I have to figure that out. I have to figure out where I want him to go. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, pretty much next year he goes into pre-K, which is crazy. And Lorelai will start at the level that he's currently at. Yes. Yeah. I think. Yeah. Because she turns 3 in May. Yeah, that'll be early enough for her to take that. That'll be early enough for when that class starts. She'll be 3 already and have been 3 for a while. Yes. So she'll start in the grade that he's in right now. So yeah, that's that. I don't know why that took me so long to answer. My brain's all over the place. I'm on random stuff. But yes. So speaking real quick aside, highly recommend not just the novel Pride and Prejudice, but the 2005 is super fun. I will probably have I'll have I guess I will have more free time. That'll be really weird to have time during the day when I'm not with the kids. Oh, I'm not going to like it. I know it already. I'm going to hate it at the beginning. I'm going to feel weird because I've been, stay-at-home mom now for a while. This is really good, the 2005 film, but I highly recommend the 1995 miniseries. Oh my gosh, this one is so good. And then, I love the 1995 Sense and Sensibility. This one, fabulous. Amazing. I love it. I would die. I could die for it. This is so good. I love this one. There is a miniseries. This one was really good too. I feel like they did not need to start it with the scene that they started it with. That's mostly my main gripe is that they started it with a very unnecessary sex scene, which it it does not match the tone of Sense and Sensibility whatsoever. So it just feels really weird that the opening scene is this like lewd scene, and when that's not the type of movie or the type of, oh, I didn't even, you guys can't even see. Hi, yes, I know how to live stream. I swear I have a brain. This one is the one that I am talking about. It was in 2008. It opens up. I'll be writing 2 chapters a day. That would be cool. I mean, that would basically be the time for me to do like tons of writing, especially like doing the kind of thing that I'm doing right now where I really want to release like a side thing. That would actually be doable. I would finally be able to do 1 chapter for the main story, 1 chapter for the side. Um, Not necessarily even. It could be 2 chapters for the main story. Oops. And then one for, it could be 2 chapters for the main, and then I skip the side stuff because the side stuff is not going to be nearly as much content as the main one. It's just side content, pretty much. I may even. I feel like because it's subscription based, I almost want to make sure that I don't accidentally force people. Like, like, okay, my biggest concern, my biggest fear is like, let's say I'm updating all of the chapters for the side content, right? And there's like, I don't know, 31 chapters of side content, and it's during a month that's got 30 days. And so people, in order to get that last chapter, which gets posted on the first day of the next month, they have to pay the subscription fee. That feels dirty, and I don't want to do that. So I almost want to like finish the side content stuff and then post how many chapters there are and what the posting schedule is. I don't know. Maybe that's too much. Maybe that's too much, and I'm making mountains out of nothing. Not even molehills, just nothing. Anyways, let's go ahead and get this timer going, and we're going to write some more. All right. Oh boy, my eyes are getting a little heavy. I'm not gonna lie. I am currently we're at 1,209 words. So I'm trucking through. I am I am trucking through, but my eyes are starting to they're starting to get heavy. And I still have and it's hard for me to write less than 2,500 words. It does not feel like the chapter is ready to be done. Like I'm at 1,200 words and I feel like there's still a lot more that I need to write. Yeah, I know. I'm already getting tired. Motherhood, man. I'm telling you. These sleepless nights and just how crazy the days are. It's not their fault. You know, they're kids. They have lots of energy. They want to do things during the day. They want to go outside. They want to play. They want to run. They want to jump. They want to talk. Riley has the gift of gab. I don't know where that originated from, that saying, but he loves to talk. So it's just being being on all day. Excuse me. Point in case. My dream, my real dream for this would be to also make stuff alongside of this, you know? Like how cool would it be to make like a twine. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I just use it in my browser. You know, like to make a twine thing, right? I have like roles in this. So like there's the alpha, there's the omega, there's the luna. Cuz of course I do. It's a werewolf book. Can't not have those. Kids feel all the things all at once. Yes, they do. Get the kids to write it for you. Oh boy, it would have 5,000 strains. Actually, real quick. So today Riley was telling me a story. He likes the Paw Patrol. Of course he does. What kid doesn't? And he was like, "What were you talking about?" He's like, "Mom." He looked out. He was in the playground, and he's like, "Mom, there's fire on the road." And I was like, "There's fire on the road? Oh my goodness." And he's like, "Yeah, there's fire on the road and all the people are gonna I have to run out." And I was like, "Oh, who's gonna save them? Is Chase gonna save them?" No, uh Chase's car spun out. Yeah, yes, he did say that. I read a lot of books to them and I talk a lot about stuff and they ask me what the stuff I says mean and they pick up words and it sounds very funny coming out of them. He's like, "Chase's car spun out." I'm like, "His car spun out. Is Marshall gonna get him?" No, Marshall. What did he say? Oh no, he said Marshall's car spun out because he was talking about. I think he was thinking about the movie, the little mini movie with Marshall and the whoosh. Not that that means anything to you. Anyways, Marshall's car spun out. Chase's car got stuck and all of his traffic cones were out on the road. And what did he say about the other ones? Oh, Sky's wing got bent. These are characters in Paw Patrol. He spun this whole story, and then he was talking about how it was raining and it was flooding. It would just keep going in that vein. He's really big into weather and natural disasters, but he doesn't necessarily think of them as natural disasters. Like, he's not reveling in the danger of what he's talking about. He's really into the coolness of it because he's very young. So he doesn't understand the nuance of like what a tornado also means. Like to him, a tornado is just big and cool and fast wind. It's not like this big scary thing yet, you know? Same thing with like volcanoes. He'll be like, "Mama, I'll make your shoulder feel better with warm lava from the volcano." And I'm like, "Oh, warm lava, not hot lava." And he goes, "No, my volcano will give you warm lava. It'll be warm," you know, like that kind of thing. So he's a sweet kid. Um, Gotta sit back for a second. Is that? Oh, I saw the reflection of the fishing line, and I was like, "What is the fishing line doing?" But yeah, so that's how Riley tells stories. He's very good at combining ideas and all the things that he likes, and likes blizzards and show him Twister. That would probably scare the snot out of him. I have to be very careful what I show him because he's very sensitive. Like, we'll watch videos with tornadoes and volcanoes and stuff, but it is explicitly just, it's almost like it's just shots of it, right? Like, it's not going into the aftermath of stuff. So I would not show him a video about like the Moore tornado, right? Because that's talking about death and destruction and lives lost and property damage, and it's got all the scary music that plays. I have to explicitly just show him videos from like tornado chasers where they just show you the best parts kind of thing. Another cow. So I have to be very careful what I show him because he is very, very sensitive. Lorelai, I it's like I was telling you guys, right? Like, Riley has almost never liked Halloween stuff. Lorelai is super into it. I mean, there is one exception. We went to Spirit Halloween to look at costumes. They were not so very keen on any of the animatronics there. They had a bunch of animatronics set up. Lorelai didn't like those. And admittedly, they were kind of creepy. Like, not even kind of, they were very creepy. They were very gory. It's like a bus that had like, they had set up this whole scene where it was like a train. Actually, it was a train. There was a giant rat in there moving his head and blood dripping down his face. Outside the train, they had this old lady and her body's all backwards, and then her head spins around and she's like, "Hello, dearie," and she got blood on her face. And then there was this clown that had two faces just melted into each other, and he was creepy. And then there was a Jack in the Box, of course. The Jack in the Box got me because it did not make any noise that told me that I had activated it. It just went, and I screamed, and both of my kids were like, "We're gonna die!" No, and then I started laughing, and they were like, "Okay, okay, if she's laughing, we're fine." So, yeah, it was a really cool store. I liked it. They were just a tad too young for all of that blood and gore, and there were knives and creepy monsters, and it was just a little too much for them. I can't do crazy costumes yet because they're so young, and Riley is extremely sensitive already. So me putting on like a werewolf costume, which I thought about doing, I saw a werewolf mask and I was like, "Ah, I could get one of those, put on like flannel, wear this thing, honestly, just put that mask on." The kids wouldn't have liked it, especially Riley, which is fine. He's got big emotions, and he's a really sweet kid. He has such a big heart. He just follows me around. He's like, "It's okay, you're okay, Mom." Like Lorelai, my shoulder started hurting real bad this morning, and Lorelai went up to me. She's these two little stuffed animals that she's really into right now, a little piggy and a little bunny. And she like put them up against me, and she said, "You're okay, Mama." What did she say? She said something I couldn't quite understand her, but it was something like, my bunny hug you," I think she said. No Five Nights at Freddy's this year, that's for sure. That would definitely not. Oh, that would not go well for Riley. He would not be into that. Okay, all right, let's take another 10-minute run. Here we go. Is this loud enough, or is it too loud? I'm not sure. How about Gremlins? Definitely not Gremlins. I don't think he'd like that. Oh, look how pretty that is. That's stinking pretty. Look at those colors. Yes. Okay. Almost. Hang on, I think I'm going to end this chapter around here, which is a little early for me. I'm trying to think how to end this. I'm getting tired, and I can tell that my writing is thinning, if that makes sense. I mean, I guess I could end it here. This wouldn't be the worst place to end it. Have like 1,716 words, which is, again, unusually short for me. But I feel like if I keep going, this will turn into a 3,000 word chapter, which I have also done. So yeah, I think this is a good spot to end it. He helped her get the kids to school. Yeah, I think this is fine. For the really fun part. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Folder. And then we can move this into there. Rename it to scene. Paste. Although I should edit it. I gotta make sure I don't have any crazy... Here, let me read over this, and then I will pop back in. I use a lot of M dashes. Sometimes I really don't need to use them. It just, they happen a lot in my writing. I have a weakness for M dashes. I don't even technically do them right. Technically an M dash is supposed to be like that, 2 dashes. I don't. I do 1 dash. I feel like stylistically M dashes have changed to 1 dash, but I could be crazy. I could be totally wrong about that. Unnecessary. Oops, don't need that. Oh, let's see. Yes. I forgot how French braids look. Yep. There we go. Okay. I think I can call it here. I'm pleased with this. We can... Oh! Oh yeah, I know how to do that. Oh boy. I am already super tired. Granted, we spent the first 30 minutes talking about Funny Bones, 3 Friendly Skeletons. Episodes about... Aw, that's cute. I'll have to look that up. I'll have to see, because that might be a really fun way to get them to not be afraid of... Well, slap me with a pike tail and call me lucky. Look who's wandered back into the shop. Pull up a stool, the coffee's on and the minnows missed you. Up. Thanks, bud. Well, I'll be a fish from every hole in the fork. Not too shabby, bud. Looks like your rod's still twitching, and wouldn't you know it, there's a sweet little spot upriver at Beaver Dam. Hang on, I'll scribble it on your map. Don't say I never give you nothing. Oh, I thought I heard something. Now we've got a new location. We also have enough money to upgrade the rods quite a bit. Yep. Just a bit. Alright. I think we're all set. Excuse me. I think the chapter's ready to go. Add to schedule. And there we go. Chapter 20. Let me re-put this into my Scrivener. Awesome sauce. I think that's it. Oh yeah, hang on. I'm gonna put this on so that we're not just sitting here with a quit. Okay, I think I might actually have to end it there because I am shockingly tired. I've got to get back into the energy of doing live streams. Doesn't help that I've been absolutely wiped, but I'll work it out. Biscuit! Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm fine. Anyways, thank you everyone for joining me. It's nice to have company while writing, and it just feels really cool to be live streaming again. I know these live streams are very chill. We just sort of have things happening in the background, but I think, maybe it's nice. Maybe it's at least a little productive, a little relaxing. Oh gosh. Okay. So it depends. How many chapters do these tend to be? It depends, right? A lot. Some people do novellas where they write a quick story and then they move on to the next one, and that's to kind of ramp up readers, show people that they finish their stories before they start a bigger one, or perhaps they just prefer writing novellas. Hello. Thank you for coming and good night. What was I going to say? My brain just stopped. What did I do? Oh, yeah, chapters. Okay. Sorry. That was, There's like fax machine noises going on in there. Or AOL dial up. There we go. That's the one I was going for. Dial up. Some chapters can be, or some of these can also be hundreds and hundreds of chapters long, because serial fiction, you tend to kind of like write it on the go, right? Or you like, so it's not generally the most planned out thing ever, or edited. So a lot of content that you might have cut out the first time you went through, it doesn't get cut out because it just gets published. But also because serial fiction tends to be very much like every chapter it ends on some kind of cliffhanger, right? Like this chapter that I just wrote, it ended on a cliffhanger for, let's see. It ended on a cliffhanger where she's about to go to work. So it's going to be her first day of work, which is a cliffhanger because she's working for the love interest. So now she's going to have some one-on-one time with Boss Man. I forgot to do it in this particular episode, but I am going to cause episode. I mean, that's basically what it is, right? They're episodes. So these tend to be These tend to go fairly long. Like I'm already on chapter 20 and still no one has even touched. Okay? No one has hugged, no one has held hands. It's very much a slow burn. Which I'm fine with because I like slow burns personally. Um, so I mean if I look at some of these, let's go to Inkitt. Excuse me. If I look at, let's see, contemporary romance, I know there's usually one that's like completed, right? Let's look at this one. How many does this one have? Oh, oh, back to story. Okay. This one has what? Okay, I see chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 19, and 50. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's a bug or what, but it could be 50 chapters. I've seen some go up into the hundreds. What is this one? I'm gonna regret clicking that one. Oh yeah, here we go. This one's 33 chapters, but I also don't think it's complete. I feel like there was a way to see stories that were complete, but I am see that's kind of neat too is that they don't automatically press complete stories. I'm still waiting for the day I might see mine on the front page, you know? Oh, I wanted to add this one to. Oh, do I already have it on a reading list? No, I don't. Shifters and that one. Yep. Oh, wow. She's written 47 stories. That is quite. I can't read her about her. Oh, she's got subscriptions. Basic. Oh, she's got like a donate to me each month type of thing. Early access to chapters. I don't know how to set that up. Of new books that are not published on any other platform. Permanent access to all the benefits of book tier plus more. Wow. So she's got like some tiers that she's set up. I can't read to you the. Oh. Her username is the naughty Christian. That's funny. I can't help but love that. Anyways, uh yeah, so I was trying to find something that had a ton of chapters. I'm not finding anything at the moment. This one's got 26, but I think it's being written. Anyways, some of these get really long. So, you know, um I'm I'm at 19 chapters or 20 now. So, going pretty good, I think. I almost have enough data to start getting total words published monthly. Oh man, pretty much I think almost 40,000 words published in just 1 month. So that's probably why my stuff's getting pushed is cuz I've been fairly consistent with posting. So I'm quite pleased with that, but I would love to see it land on the front page. I think I disappeared from the comfort trending again because I didn't post for 3 days. Whenever the weekend comes, I disappear from trending because I haven't updated. So that makes sense. Whenever I do post, it will a dragon for a boss. Kinda neat. Accidentally stabbed my crush. Straightforward title. Can't get anything wrong there. This, oh my gosh, mounted by her stallion. We've got Tides of Pleasure, Burning Desire, Mounted by her stallion. Oh, it is a shapeshifter. Okay. Centaur. That's all you need to know about that one. Uh, so, yep, there you go. Beautiful. I'm so glad I don't have. I was like scrolling through the comfort section because this is a contest for comfort reads, right? Cozy romance is what we're looking for, right? Feel good love and get discovered kind of business. That's what these contests are for. If I need holy water, that's as bad as T-Rex. Is that by Chuck Tingle? Do you know I have seen Chuck Tingle books at Barnes and Noble? I the first time I saw a Chuck Tingle book at Barnes and Noble, I thought I had lost my mind. I was like, Chuck Tingle. No. No, not that Chuck Tingle. It can't be that Chuck Tingle. That Chuck Tingle is in Barnes and Noble? Officially published? Anyways, if you want a trip, you go look at Chuck Tingle stuff. Forced to marry my best friend. I like the cover. I'll add that to a reading list and check it out later. Anyways, I'm trying to add book. I need more chapters read because right now my stats look a little hinky because I have a book that I'm writing and I have no chapters read and no reading streak. The only book that I'm currently reading on Inkitt though is actually a horror book, ironically. So it's not even a romance. It's not even the type of book that I'm reading or writing. That sounds about right. I do really want to get House of Flies on here because I think that would do all right. It could be interesting. It's finished. I need to clean it up. I also excuse me. I also need to fix some formatting issues that I have with it because there were some points in the story along the way where I really could not decide on formatting. Like there was a point where all my certain formatting would have meant that an entire chapter would be in italics, and I really didn't want that because that's really hard on the eyes to have that much italics. So I didn't really know what to do. I'll have to think about it. I'll have to take a look at it again later. I mean, maybe it's fine. I think I did put it in italics and I was like, I'll look at it later and think about it again. But, anyways. Yeah. I think that's everything. Oh no, you're fine, girl. Don't even worry about it. I did you know, hey, I did the same thing on Fridays. No judging. If you need the sleep, you get the sleep, girl. Like, don't even worry. Oh, yeah, formatting for a story that for House of Flies to read a part. What I watched back in 2013 was sponsored. Oh God, yeah. I know Game Grumps have talked about Chuck Tingle too. The fact that I have seen Chuck Tingle in Barnes and Noble will just forever sit in my brain. Um, yeah, sleep is very good. It's very good for the body. We were just talking about. I was like vaguely scrolling through Inkitt and just kind of giggling because some of these titles are just hilarious. Um, like where were they? Tides of Pleasure, Burning Desire, Mounted by Her Stallion. We got Triple Pucked. The Wanderer looks interesting. What's that one? We'll add it. I think it's. I don't actually know. I think it is. It is. It says love story. Okay, I'll stick it in romance. Sticking stuff in my list of things to possibly read. But yeah, there's all sorts of different like. Here, I can turn on the display. There's all sorts of different writing contests, which could be really fun. And if I had more time, man, I could probably write two stories at the same time. You're basically just supposed to have 20,000 words by a certain date. Submission deadline is October 31st. And then like let's say, like I have my story that's already been submitted. Minimum 20,000 words by the end of the contest, no maximum word limit. Stories must be original and written in English. Stories must include romance as a genre and either cozy or small town as a subgenre. And the core of your plot should center on emotional connection, mutual respect, and a warm, comforting tone. First place wins $300, and also 1 year of Galaxy Unlimited and Galaxy TV, which I kind of want to watch. I'm not gonna lie, I it's the kind of stuff if you like actually saw. Do you want to read the Stallion one? Nay. If I have looked at Galatea TV, which absolutely cracked me. It's now called Candy Jar TV, but it is still Galatea. And it's basically one of those things, right, where you click it and they're structured to look like shorts. I think I told you about this guys last time. I think I told you about this last time. It's like it's and some of the actors, so some of them are like, oh, it takes place in high school or something, and some of the actors are close enough to look like they're in high school, and some of the actors you're like, that is a 40-year-old, which is quite funny, or a 30-year-old, like minimum. So sorry if I start doing weird things with my arm, it's starting to hurt, but I mean, I did pretty good, honestly. Like, it took this long. Jekyll and Hyde, what is that about? I love this. Jamie is a trained assassin masquerading as a small town tattoo artist. Rogue is the bad boy leader of a local motorcycle club who looks like sex on a stick. That's amazing. I love that. That is fantastic. Yeah, there's a lot of romance. There's some werewolf stuff in here, but I don't know. There's a genre or a thing in here that's daddy material. The billionaire effect. God, if people don't love writing billionaire stories, I kind of want to write one. There's a lot of things that I want to write, and I don't have enough time to write it all. There's a lot of things that I want to write on this, honestly. Like, I want to take a shot at the billionaire genre. I don't even mind that stuff. Like, cool. Something for me to try to write, if that makes sense. Like, I'm down. Billionaire is very popular. Like, it's got to be. Oh, it's not even in here. I've got family. Oh God. Some of these are real funny having them right next to each other. Werewolf is a big one. But yeah, mine won't be trending right now because I skipped the weekend. So, some of these are just super pretty and some of these are not. I shouldn't say that. I should say it like that. Some of these are super pretty and some of these are, what was I? That's not what I meant. Like, okay. Some of these are super pretty and some of these are whatever word you want to use for like hot, like steamy, like this is like a really pretty, uh just really pretty, right? And then we have like super steamy. That's what I was trying to say. Too many ideas and no time. I feel like it would be really fun to try to write like a billionaire type story. The one that I'm writing right now, he's not a billionaire, but he does come in and help her with all her problems. He's the solution, the solution to all her issues. Um, there is, the usual. Oh God. Oh, I clicked this one before, and I was reading it up until I realized that the main characters are all high school age, and it is I'm pretty sure it's. Oh my gosh, it's by Naughty Christian. Oh geez. Yeah, see, it's spicy romance, but I think they're all high school age, and I was like, I don't know if I want to read that, so I stopped reading it. Although I liked the hook, like I liked the premise, and I liked the way she wrote them. She wrote them pretty good. I was just very confused at the age choice, but you know, Ivy and Secrets boarding. See, like I want to write this one. I want to write Ivy and Secrets. I want to write for that. I don't know anything about soccer. That is not. I would have to do way too much research into soccer to be able. I think to be able to write something like this. Granted, one of the most popular, um, one of the most popular ones is like straight up hockey, and I still don't understand that. I, what? I get it. I get it. What? You know what? Honestly, some people are braver than me, and I mean that in a beautiful way, you know? I don't know. There are some things that I'm like, I get why that exists. I get it. I could not. I don't know if I could write it, especially with my mom reading my stuff. Ooh. I've seen people post and they're like, "Oh, my mom just sent me this text message and it's like, "Why did you write that?" I guess you got to that chapter." And I'm like, "What? You let your mom read your erotica that you're writing? God, you're brave." My mother would pass out and possibly die if she popped into my book and saw that I had written erotica and I hadn't told her. So, honestly, I think the people on here are awesome. I think right which like people are here, they are writing what they love. They are living their best life, and I kind of respect that. It's such a vibe to be on this website. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of inspirational. I don't know if that makes any sense. I don't know if I'm getting across my feelings at all. It doesn't help that I'm very tired. And so I'm like, I'm not saying the things that I mean to say. Like, I genuinely, I'm kind of, I'm very impressed, and there's something very inspiring about being on here. You know what I mean? Noah, get the boat. That's what she wants you to think. uh, so, anyways, exactly. I'm not gonna yuck anybody's yum. I am gonna sit here and be like, whoa, but only because it's funny, not because I genuinely dislike something or think something shouldn't exist. I'm like, you know what? Have at, dude. Like, live your best life. There is one life, man. I'm gonna write what I like and love and not what people want me to write. That's kind of what I was talking about earlier, right? There's nothing that I think, um, there's nothing that I think is inherently better than something else. Like, just because my work, I've decided not to write smut for my work, that doesn't mean that I think my work is better. I just don't think that it suits the story. Do you get what I mean? Um, I don't think I'm better than anybody. I don't think any type of story is better than anybody else's. It's just where the story has me. I feel like writing that in it would devalue, nah, not devalue. See, that's the wrong word. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not using the right words. It would it would change the tone of the book. That's what I want to say. It would change the tone of the book. Um and I don't really want that. I want it to focus very much on the emotional aspect and not necessarily on like the physical aspect. Does that make sense? I don't know. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is I love everybody on here. I love being surrounded by authors and people writing their books and writing what they want to write, doing serial fiction from their own brains. Beautiful. I love it. I live for this. I am so happy to be on this website. It's like so cool. Oh God, no. Oh, if you knew my mom is a lady straight out of like she was born in no, my mom would get really mad if I said when she was born. I was about to say when she was born, and then I was like, oh no, my mom would not appreciate that. Never mind. My mom is very much like a what's the right word? She's like old school. You know what I mean? Old school. Uh, I wouldn't call her like a prude. She's just old school. Yeah, I think that's what I was trying to I was going through all of these words in my head, and I was like, no, 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 because again, I'm not trying to spin a negative light on anything. So I think it just old school. You know, that would that would put me in an early grave if I found out though. Like early grave. Anyways, there you go. I wrote my sweet chapter. Um, him interacting with her kids. Love it. I'm really pleased with how the cover turned out for this. Like, oh, one of the things I wanted to show you guys really quickly. There is, I don't remember how to do this. Manage stories, experiments. This is the coolest thing. I think this is one of the coolest things on Inkitt. You can come in here and create A/B testing. If I wanted to see what covers were making people click this more, I could upload, let's say I wanted to see if my cover was actually effective. I could come in here and upload my original cover and then the test version, and then it will A/B test and show me who is clicking based off of the covers. I could also do that for summaries and titles. That is the coolest thing I've ever seen. And there's like literally the subscription stuff is just in here. Just in here. I don't think there's anything important there. Um it's just in there, you know? That is really cool. I love this website, and I love that they, because you know, you see some people who are like Royal Road is really very anxious about not having too much romance on there, and even the romance that they do have, they generally do not want straight romance. They most definitely do not want erotica on there, because that is one thing about erotica and romance in general. It is, once you allow it, they will come. If you call them, they will come, the readers and the writers. So Royal Road can be a little testy about that. Inkitt was like, come all ye romance. They were like, come, you are welcome here. Come all ye who wish to write romance, smut, erotica, come, we shall not judge. And you know what? I respect them for that. I respect them for that. That's bomb. You know what? They saw what they needed to be, and they were like, hell yeah, I'm fine with that. And they've built a whole brand around it, and I kind of love that. And they have the whole Galatea thing, right? Like I'm assuming it's Galatea and not like Galatea. It could be Galatea, but I'm assuming it's supposed to be like Galaxy and it's Galatea. Like, I'm assuming. So, anyways, I mean, part of me would love to see how Werewolf Hollow would look as one of these like short clip things, but I think I would have to sign it over to Galatea, and I'm not sure that I want to do that. I don't know if I want to do it. I really don't. I feel like it could be fun to have it on Galatea and see how it did. But again, it's not smut, so I also don't know if it would even do well on Galatea, because it doesn't have any smut in it, or it's not going to as of right now. So I don't know. That's the other thing. I've got to look at this logistically, you know? I don't even know if they'd want it. Like, that's thinking really far ahead. Anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. I just figured we'd sit and chat for like a few more minutes or something. That seemed like a fun idea. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much, everybody, for showing up. And I am deeply so sorry about what happened on Friday. It was not intended. I was like ready to go. Everything was just on my computer waiting for me, and I just conked out. So, sorry, excuse me. That should not happen again. And I will see you guys next time. I do have alarms set now to help me with that. But, anyways, I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. Sleep well. Take care of yourselves. Drink water. All that fun stuff. Be safe. And I will see you guys